Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Syed Answers again. Apostate Prophet posted a video on his YouTube channel where he talks about how he prayed for stupidity. And what he means by that is when he was a Muslim, he used to make a dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep him on the straight path. And he makes this claim that this prevented him from critical thinking. I'm not going to respond to the whole video, but he bases a lot of his points based on this one hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Let's check out what he has to say.
As a Muslim, however, you are supposed to tell yourself, and I was supposed to tell myself, not to think about certain things too much. In fact, Muhammad himself says in a certain report in a hadith that Satan comes to you and asks you questions such as who created this and who created this and who created that, until he comes and asks you who created Allah. And if you come to that question, then you should seek refuge in Allah and abstain from such idle thoughts. That is Muhammad's method for us. That is his command to us, what we should do. If we have these very justified questions.
So here's the problem with Ridwan's logic here. He claims that he quotes this hadith where Shaitan keeps asking questions until he goes, who created Allah? And here's the problem with that. He claims then it's a justified question. We should somehow think it through. How is it justified though? This question is illogical. Who created Allah? Allah says in Surah Ikhlas, وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ, and there is nothing like him. So it doesn't make sense to ask who created Allah when Allah is nothing like anything He's created. He exists outside of the limits of time and space. Allah just is. So it doesn't make sense to ask that question, who created Allah? The question is a false premise that Allah is a creation himself, when he's not. He is the creator. So it doesn't make sense to ask that question. You know, it's like asking who invented the inventor. That's a wrong question. You know, the inventor is a human. Humans are not inventions, they are creations. And inventions are machines that they make. It doesn't make sense to ask the question who invented the inventor, who baked the baker, etc., etc. It's like you're asking one of those questions. So no, this is not a justifiable a question that you should think through. And Ridwan is trying to make this argument that Islam is somehow against critical thinking by using this hadith. No, what Islam is against is stupid thinking. Islam is against baseless thinking. You know, thinking arguments or thinking questions that just don't match with reality. That's what Islam is against because it distracts you from your purpose, which is to worship Allah. And it is through worshiping Allah that humans can learn to advance because part of worshiping Allah is studying His signs, meaning things He has created, studying the tree, studying the stars, studying the moon, studying the sun. That's how humans progress. Humans don't progress by thinking of silly questions that, you know, risk them on borderline apostasy. So that is really all I have for you guys today, inshallah. I hope you all benefited from this video. Inshallah, we'll be responding to more shubuhat and more stuff that ex-Muslims put out, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.